Hello everyone again. Welcome back. This is Aluminum Tower. We're going to go ahead and do September 2024 readings for the month. And what we're going to also look into are some of the major updates concerning the heavens and what's taking place in the astrological side of things. I'm going to go for the order of the day. If you like what you see on this channel, please be sure to give a like, share, subscribe, ding that notification bell so that you don't miss any updates from future postings. And additionally, if you would like a personal reading with me, one that is in tune with your specific energies, I have resolved the issue with the Google Forms document, and now it will work. So I discovered at the weekend that there was an issue where it wasn't sending me any notifications when new people would book. So I've been able to since correct that, and you should be able to get the booking in, and hopefully I'll respond in ample enough time, because I was just not receiving any notifications. So I do apologize on my behalf for that. I do apologize for that. And yeah, we'll get that sorted out. Additionally, we're going to look at some of the things in the astrological ether right now. What we have going on is new moon in Virgo, so that's pretty good, which is going to allow us to have a bit more clarity and, and foresight in our focus. I myself have a moon in Virgo, so I'm a moon in Virgo, so I'm going to be able to hopefully channel some of this energy a little bit better than I have been doing for the last 2 minutes. And it will give us also the ability to, do a bit more task mastering, getting into routines, habits, focusing on health and wellness, booking appointments for things we need to get sorted out, and so on and so on. So that's going to help quite a bit. Additionally, we have the Pluto is going to be moving back retrograde into Capricorn, and it's going to stay there for roughly about 78 days until about November, in which it will go direct again, and that will in turn, potentially create a bit of chaos in its wake. So when Pluto goes into Capricorn in retrograde, basically it triggers a lot of things related to governments, order, structure, large institutions, things of that nature. And it can basically knock over the Lego blocks of a lot of those different institutions. You may see a financial crash. You may see some upsets in the political establishment. Economy and job market might go down. So always have a plan B when it comes to these types of things, because once it goes direct again, it's going to go direct in Aquarius. And it will then, you'll see some forward movement, but it's going to create a bit of upheaval, because Aquarius is normally the, as I call the, I hope I don't get flagged on YouTube for saying this, but it's kind of basically the shit disturber card. Yes, there's ingenuity and good things that, the Aquarians do. On the shadow side, they tend to stir up trouble, or to create little flashpoints of chaos in the wake. So that said, we're going to go ahead and get into this. We're going to do this for the sign of Libra. Let's do Pisces, actually. Pisces, I just want to thank you and Libra for being very, very supportive over the last few months. And I want to go ahead and just, send my heartfelt congratulations and thanks for that. And because I've seen the charts, basically all of my analytics, and it's shown me quite a bit of good, engagement coming from Pisces, Libra, Sagittarius. Virgo really showed out too as well. That was really, really amazing. Taurus is getting up there, and I'm just really happy to see all of the good feedback. I know Scorpio and Aquarius, you've had some pretty rough readings over the last few. So more than likely, that's not going to motivate a lot of people to show up on there from those signs. But I'm just reading what the cards show and come out. That said, I'm going to stick with my first intuition. Let me stick with the first intuition. Libra, and then we'll get to Pisces within today or tomorrow. Okay, brain's a little bit discombobulated due to the fact that it's been a very, very busy week for me, trying to get things in order and off the ground. So we're going to start with the Rider-Waite Tarot, do the main spirit. Libra, please tell me what's happening with the Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What's happening with the Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What's going on with the Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Okay. Libra, your energy for the current moment. Your energy for the current moment. It's your card. All right. What's the challenge? Three of Wands. In the reverse. What's in the recent past? What's in the recent past? Recent past. Your card again. What's in the near future? Okay. What is at the core of this reading? Page of Wands. What's at the crown? Nine of Wands. So let's go to the signifier. What is the signifier for this reading? What is the signifier for this reading? Seven of Pentacles. It's a bit of stagnant energy I'm feeling in this entire reading, but we'll get into it a little bit more just to see what's going on. Likely outcome. Virgo just had the same card in the same position. So if you got Virgo in your chart, I know after my adjusted time, after I did the Vedic birth chart rectification, I'm a Libra in ascendant, Virgo moon, so that could have something to do with it, maybe, I don't know. And the penultimate outcome of the reading. Okay, two cards want to come out. So, Queen of Pentacles, Seven of Wands in the reverse. I think we even got that same thing for Virgo. We have the Fool in the reverse. So, this is Aquarius, Aries energy. So, if you have Aquarius or Aries in your chart, that basically would talk about the future energies coming up. And for you, I'm getting a very stuck, stagnant energy. I mean, I don't really know how else to say it, but you know, when we have the Empress in the reverse and then the Three of Wands in the reverse, it means the challenge for you is being able to give up something that you've been waiting on. So perhaps you've stayed a bit too long in a company, or you stayed a bit too long in a relationship of sorts. Let's clarify the signifier. And that also came out for Virgo as well. Wow. So, what we're talking about is a person who is having trouble attracting the things that they want in their life. And oftentimes this is due to the fact this can be feelings of low self-worth, and it can be feelings of, you know, doing the most, as they would say sometimes. Because the Empress normally doesn't have to do anything in the upright in order to attract what she wants. But in the reverse, it can be a bit of a smothering kind of character, like a mother figure that is, you know, overbearing and overburdening. And for you, this may be kind of your energy at this moment because you kind of want something to work out that will work in your favor. the challenge is not waiting on that thing to happen anymore. It could be telling you a few things. For example, if what you're looking at is a domestic situation, because we do have we do have the Four of Wands in the reverse and the Seven of Pentacles. So what this can insinuate for your overall reading is that you have a home or a family situation, or maybe you're looking, okay, you have a home or family situation in which you are trying to see if it's worth staying around and to deal with it. Because you have the Three of Wands in the reverse to the Four of Wands in the reverse, then the Seven of Wands in the reverse. You have the Page of Wands in the reverse as well, and the Nine of Wands in the reverse. There is a difficult situation in which you're not sure that you should take action on something that would help to better your situation, your life. Specifically, it's about an opportunity that you're waiting to come in. So normally the Four of Wands card is a card of opportunities when it's in the upright. In the reverse, it means that the opportunity is closing. So what is this opportunity about, Spirit? What is this opportunity about? These two guys want to force their way out. Okay. All right. So Six of Wands, which is about success, victory. Ace of Pentacles, which is about a financial opportunity or something of concrete substance coming in. I think that you could be applying for work. You could be applying for jobs. You could be looking for a stable commitment in a relationship. Either way, you're wanting a victory with something that you feel is just not coming in. And it's almost delayed in many ways. It's almost like you know it could come in, but it feels delayed. Because the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse doesn't necessarily mean you won't receive that, but it also means that you could receive this at a later time due to the circumstances surrounding you. Now, in the recent past, we had the Nine of Swords, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. Because we have two knights. We have the Knight of Swords in the past, we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse in the future. So there's movement, but not in the way that you expected it. So let's go ahead and take a look at this. Right. Okay. Knight of Swords. Please clarify the Knight of Swords. So, in the recent past, what it felt like to me is that you were working really hard to try to accomplish something and to bring things together. You wanted to come out and defend something. This, potentially this financial opportunity. You rushed out really hard to try to get it, to make that bag. But then you have the Emperor reverse and then the Ten of Wands. And it's almost insinuating to me that one of two things. Either A, your situation feels like it's beyond your control and it's becoming burdensome for you to have to put so much time and energy into trying to receive this new opportunity to work, or potentially to receive this new, this new stability in your life. You could have been dealing with an Aries at the time, which is a person who's a bit of a control freak when the Emperor is in the reverse. Because either A, they feel like they're out of control, so now they have to double down, or B, they're just genuinely a prick, and the relationship you had to them is becoming so burdensome that you have to release yourself from that. And so if you were dealing with any kind of Aries, whether that was a boss or a husband, because the Emperor is the husband and the Empress is the wife card of the zodiac, you are the Empress in this, you're dealing with an Emperor, So this is another reason why I feel that this is more of it could be a home situation. It could also be a professional situation in which there's a tie or an intrinsic link to each other, because Empress in reverse, Emperor in reverse, it does not symbolize to me a very solid or healthy relationship between a man and woman, or male and female energies. And looking into the near future, what you have here, the Knight of Cups reverse, is basically a disconnect from that relationship. Clarify the Knight of Cups reverse. Clarify the Knight of Cups. So now we have the Four of Wands in the upright and the Ten of Swords. We have the Four of Wands in the upright after the signifier showed the Four of Wands in the reverse. Ten of Swords means a conclusion or an end or finality to something that is dead, done, and over with. Knight of Cups in the reverse means that you're switching off emotionally and that you are now moving towards something better. It's almost like the direction that you're going in the past wasn't the direction that you felt that you needed to go to. So, and this is now your emotional response is almost like a trauma response to it, to the fact that there's this opportunity to finally end this cycle with the person that you are dealing with. Clarify this once more. Clarify the Knight of Cups in the reverse one more. And once again, we have the Knight of Swords. So, okay. You are definitely a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius energy. I see that. Or you're dealing with an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, maybe. But this Knight of Swords in the past is running this way. This Knight of Swords in the future is looking towards the future. So, it's very strange. This Knight's moving this way. This Knight has stopped moving that way. So it's almost like I'm hearing the word retreat. So you've realized that all of the energy you were putting in the past into this relationship with this Emperor reversed is now needs to come to an end. You are stopping. You're having an about face. You realize that the situation is dead, done, and over with. And you are now moving towards the future without this Emperor. And this is going to be very advantageous for you because while you are switching off your emotions, your mind is ramped up because now you have this opportunity to leave or to escape the situation. Page of Wands in the reverse for the core of this. Clarify the core. Clarify the Page of Wands in the reverse. Okay, so we have another 4. And then we have a King of Swords. So let's talk a little bit about the mathematics of this whole reading. You have 2 tens, completion cycles. 10 of Wands, 10 of Swords. That is, in the past, it was burdensome. Now it's dead, done, and over with. So this is a completion of a cycle. You have the 4 of Wands. Now you have the 4 of Swords. You have the Knight of Swords, you have the Knight of Cups. You also have the 4 of Wands here in the upright. And then the Emperor is also a number 4. So when we talk about this, we talk about someone looking for that stability. And we did talk a little bit about that in the beginning of the reading, in which we said you're now contemplating what is going to bring you the stability that you need. So say, for example, you're in a house and you're with a very terrible, nasty partner who has a lot of masculine energy. This could be a man dealing with a woman who has a lot of masculine energy, and the man has more Empress energy. Or it can be a job where you're putting too much into it, and then the Emperor in the reverse is just taking everything away. and it's not a reciprocal exchange of energy that is healthy. And so now you're realizing that you're pulling back your resources and you're taking this way out so that way you can avoid further complications from the dynamics of your relationship to your boss or to your spouse. Because I'm labeling it as such, because we do have Emperor, Empress, Knight, Knight, and then we have, for the core of all of this, we have the the King of Swords and the Page of Wands. So what I'm getting here is that one of the persons here is a Page of Wands reverse. Wait for the sirens to go by. One of these people is a Page of Wands reverse, which indicates a younger person who is normally a little immature, scattered, unfocused. Sometimes they don't communicate thoroughly or effectively because they're blocked in some ways. And then you have a King of Swords in the reverse, which indicates to me a person who's a bit cutting, harsh, severe, self-absorbed, confused with their thoughts and their emotions and the way that they express them, a bit narcissistic, a bit of an oaf, not a very savory character. Normally when you get the King of Swords in the reverse, that's one of my least favorite cards in the deck, because that's just basically a big old C word, in the UK. I'm not going to say it here. And for me, this is the type of person you absolutely want to stay away from. A player, for example, you get a Knight of Wands, you can at least shag, and then, you might have a good night, but then afterwards, you're going to be checking out the motel by yourself. With the King of Swords, they're usually ruthless. They're like your classic psychopath, like your Dahmers, your Gacy's, and all that. These are the types of people that will do what they can to play games with you and ruin your life on the intellectual level. So they like to, what I like to call, give you a proper mind fuck rather than the fuck that the Knight of Wands will give you in the reverse, or the King of Wands in the reverse will give you. This one will actually just mess with your head, and that's the whole game. So you know that this cycle is now finally coming to a close. You're taking a break from this Knight of Swords, which is the Four of Swords in the upright. So there's a lot of mental activity taking place right now. The Page, of course, communicates that, or, is the one who is supposed to take that energy and then move into a new kind of path or adventure with it. So you may have been afraid at one point, because the Page of Wands is in the reverse, and the Page of Wands normally sets off on an adventure to conquer new territories, to go into new lands, whereas the King of Wands is the highest expression of that, in that they take command and they take charge of their destiny. You may have been afraid to take charge in the past due to this King of Swords actions. So for example, if it was a boss, you had a boss that strung you along and that said, oh, you're going to get paid, you're going to get a raise and all that. And then they saddled you with work because they didn't want to deal with it, or they saddled you with work because they had downsized so much they didn't have enough people to cover, the activities needed to keep the operations moving. However, if this was a husband or a partner, spouse, this could have been you were afraid to move forward with it because they were just basically giving you a load of bollocks and telling you, if you leave, I will do this, or, you would never dare leave me, or stuff like that. What would you do without me? Just kind of really knocking on your self-confidence, which is probably the reason why you have this Empress in the reverse anyway. You've probably taken quite a lot of shit throughout the course of this unhealthy relationship to this King of Swords and this Emperor in the reverse, both in the reverse. And I think that now you're trying to, you're finding that escape route so that way you can avoid the horrors of this issue. So the Nine of Wands in the reverse, to me, okay, there you go. So this is the Six of Swords in the reverse. I mean, the Six of Swords, which means moving on from a difficult situation. And then the Star. So this is the Aquarius card. So if you are an Aquarius, then this is what this would insinuate to you. You have Aquarius, you have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So if any of those are in your chart, this is your reading. Nine of Wands in the reverse is basically saying, I give up. I resign. So you may have resigned from your job, quit your job, or you may have just given up on the relationship altogether. Your emotions for this person collapse, which is the reason why you have the Knight of Cups in the future. Now, with the Star and the Six of Swords clarifying that Nine of Wands, this shows to me someone who has looked at the situation and given up putting their energy and effort into it and has decided they're going to trust the process in making this leap forward into the Six of Swords energy, moving from a difficult situation in their life into something that's more conducive and peaceful. And potentially what you didn't have in the past is you didn't have any peace with this person. You didn't have any peace with this job. You didn't have any peace with this person. Now, for your personal benefit, this Four of Swords, you need a rest. You need a rest from this King of Swords in the reverse energy, which is taking a toll on your health, which is something I'm thinking of here. And you're looking to that North Star, which is the star. You're moving on from that difficult period, and you're just trusting the process because the star comes after the Tower. While we don't have a Tower moment here, we can clarify a little bit. What is it you're moving on from? Okay. So you have a realization here. Ace of Swords. It's time to go. I'm getting the impression that with this Ace of Swords moment, it's spurred you into your Six of Swords, and you're just going with it with the Star card. So that's what the Crown is telling us. This is what we know consciously. It's time to move. And so when I said that in the beginning, when you got this Four of Wands here and the Ten of Swords, the Knight of Swords, you're quickly moving into that opportunity because the past is dead, done, and over with. And that was the impression I was getting from there. So there is some synchronicity in this reading here. With the Page of Cups as the likely outcome, clarify the Page of Cups, please. Clarify the Page of Cups. No, don't do that. Okay. Clarify the Page of Cups. Okay, you have another Knight. So this is the Knight of Pentacles. Queen of Swords in the reverse, Page of Swords in the reverse. So more Swords energy. There's a lot of air energy in this reading. So the image I'm getting in my head right now is someone that is saying, I'm sorry. I can't do this anymore. This is too much for me to deal with, and I don't see the way forward. This could, in turn, pop off into an argument, a big argument. Now, whether this argument has already taken place or for me, this is in the near future. So I'm saying that this is going to potentially take place in the future. This Page of Cups with all of this energy here, Page of Swords in the reverse normally means that someone is saying something that's very hurtful, They're being immature with their words, probably lashing out. And then the Queen of Swords in the reverse is an even larger kind of energy of that, in which you are dealing with someone who is probably being a bastard about what you're telling them. You're telling them, I'm sorry, look, it's not working out. I'm feeling very stuck in this relationship, or I'm feeling like this isn't going to go anywhere. You know, I'm feeling this job is taking a toll on my health. I feel this relationship is taking a toll on me. So I'm just going to end things right here. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. And then the reaction from this King of Swords, or this Emperor in the reverse, is going to be abusive in many ways. But if you're just steadfast and you just realize what it is that you need to do to move forward, I think you can get out of this. I'm getting Steve McQueen in The Great Escape. That's what's popping into my head right now at the moment. Clarify the Seven of Wands reversed and King. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Jesus. Okay, this popped out on its own. Clarifying the Seven of Wands in the reverse is the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, which means that you're dropping it. You're just, you give up. It's almost like this final just sigh of relief. And I think I said the same thing in Virgo's reading. It's just this sigh, like, God, it's over. I can breathe. It's like almost like a last breath feeling. You know, when something just dies and carks it, you know, it's just, you know, can relax, can rest. Don't have to deal with this anymore. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. It's like you can go ahead and take care of your own affairs. The Queen of Pentacles, sometimes it's pointing towards the reader or pointing towards the person. So if you were giving an inquiry on something like this and you had the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, sometimes it means that you need to go inward to do this. So you have to get your own personal house and affairs in order. And this is coming through a new opportunity for you to actually receive that stability. So we were talking about stability in the beginning of the reading and your ways that you could achieve that, because you did have the you had the Six of Wands here, and then the Ace of Pentacles was in the reverse. Here, at the very end, it's showing up in the upright. So it is showing this fluidity, this movement from one state of being to another, and making some actual gains in your life based on your ability to move forward and to get through this storm and weather it. Speak your truth, which is the Page of Cups. It's a communication of an emotional nature, which could get a very nasty response from the person who's holding you captive. I'm getting devil energy almost like that. So if that person has Capricorn in their chart, that could actually be what I'm thinking of. And then finally being able to breathe that heavy sigh of relief and move forward and say, okay, I made it through it. I weathered it. Let's move forward into the future. What is the sign of this person that you're dealing with? So it's Virgo or Gemini. There's the Capricorn I was talking about. The World in the reverse. And then, what's the other sign of the big three? So it's either Aquarius or Aries. So you get Virgo, Gemini, Capricorn, Aquarius, or Aries. So those are the people that you've been dealing with. I mean, that's the big three of the signs that you've been dealing with in this individual. So it's Sun, Moon, or Rising. Sun, Moon, or Rising, Virgo, Gemini, Capricorn, Aquarius, or Aries. And we have Leo at the bottom as well. So they could have Leo in the chart as, you know, to a degree. I did not pull the Oracle card in the past. for Virgo, so I'll need to go back and do that. But let's pull one for you. What is the oracle advice for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Two's enough. Okay. What is the oracle advice for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Okay, so this has popped out. A time for healing. And yeah, it's a lot of these cards I want to show up. I'll take these two, I'll leave the rest. So what we have here is a time for healing, which is the balsamic moon, which is a time for the balm, being able to breathe that sigh of relief and say, okay, I'm going forward. I'm no longer going to deal with this pain and upset that I've been dealing with in the past, this exhaustion, feeling that something is robbing me of my energy. I'm able to finally make that first step towards a new dawn and a new day. A win-win outcome is forecast. So this is the full moon in Libra. That card popped out for you. So this is your card. When you think about it, the situation is actually win-win if you take the initiative to speak your mind and then move forward. You can't be held captive by someone who is doing everything in their power to keep you stuck in your circumstance. The better circumstance is to feel the fear and do it anyway. Leave that, toxic environment, and then finally get into something where it's authentically yours. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you have this sign here. Show the world the real you. So you have Aquarius and you have Libra, and then you have the moon, balsamic moon, so that could be Cancer. You yourself may be an Aquarius, Libra, or Cancer in this reading. And this reading is telling you about what it is that you feel prevents you from being your authentic self, and whether or not you have been held back by someone who has basically clamped down on you and prevented you from making any progress in your life. Now, it's important for you to tap into that inner Aquarian energy, because you did have Aquarius with the star here as well. You have Libra with the Empress, and then you have, let's see, in these signs, some of the major arcana. Yeah, it's mainly those two. Yeah, the star, the Empress. You have the Emperor for the person that you're dealing with, which is an Aries. So that Fool comes out, that's probably Aries energy. So I'm going to leave it at that. But show the world the real you. You cannot be afraid to express yourself in the way that you need to do so, or that you see fit, because it is your life. You cannot let someone take the reins of your life. Move forward, move out of that, and you'll feel a lot happier on the other side of this storm. So, once again, thanks everyone. This has been Aluminum Tarot. Very, very good, interesting reading here for Libra. I guess that's the reason why my intuition was pulling me to do Libra first and get this information out to whoever needs it, because it seems to be a bit more time critical. So if you enjoyed this reading, please be sure to give a like, share, subscribe, ding the notification bell so that you don't miss any updates from future postings. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, one that is in tune with your specific energies, I'm finally receiving notifications, so send those inquiries over if you'd like to, and I'll be sure to sort you out. Once again, thanks so much for your time and attention. I sincerely appreciate it. And until next reading, love and light.